Welcome to my channel. These slides that are rolling by are an indication of some of the things that I cover on a regular basis in my videos. Once you have watched the video, I would appreciate it if you would click the like button and leave a small comment. It's really a big help to the channel. The YouTube logarithm, when it sees that, promotes the channel more and will be more viewers. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you for watching.
Well, hello everybody. What do you think of my new shades? One of my subscribers told me that I definitely should have eye protection around the LED lights here. And I started looking into it. And then my nephew, who works professionally with LED lighting, hydroponic growing, chimed in and also said, absolutely, you need protection. And these are the ones that he uses. Got them on Amazon, I don't know, less than $40, $36, $37, something like that. And they protect from several different kinds of light that comes from the LED lighting. What really interests me, or kind of fascinates me, is after discovering this, and well, I wondered about it from the beginning, but I wasn't sure that it was absolutely necessary because there are no warnings. There's no warning that I can find on Amazon where they sell many of these different kinds of lights, and I've read everything that came with the lights. No warning there at all either. I find that a bit strange when something is as precious as your vision. So I'm glad to have these, and I will be wearing them, and if anybody else is thinking about getting one of these LED systems, any LED systems, I think you should probably look into something to protect your eyes with. Well, I want to show you the progress that the hydroponic plants have made in just a week since this one light bar was installed. And then I also am going to be doing a little experiment to see if I can prove that they are working better than the ordinary fluorescents. Although the fluorescent tubes that I was using were also specifically for plants. They were supposedly full spectrum. It was white light, but they were supposedly full spectrum for indoor growing of plants. You had to keep them much closer to the plant surface, the leaves, or you would get these long spindly things. If you watch my previous video, I think I said, quite sure that I said, that these lights were supposed to be a minimum of 8 inches from the plants. Well, I don't know where I got that from because I reread everything and it's 12 inches. Right now I actually have them set at 13 to 14 inches, something like that, above the plants because the plants are growing quite rapidly, but I'm not quite sure where I came up with the 8 inches that I mentioned the last time. And what made me go look further is one of the arugula plants. The leaf is still growing, but when you turn off the LEDs and look at the particular plant under ordinary light, you can tell that one of the leaves was damaged. And I think that was just because I had the lights too close to the plant, and they seem to be doing much better at 13 and 14 inches than they were at 8 inches. So let's go over and have a little closer look. Well, I think the growth has been incredible in just a week, and I did check just recently on the amount of roots that are going down into the hydroponic solution, and there's great root systems on all of these plants now. I've got to keep watching the nutrient level. It's fine at this time, but I may have to add some more eventually before I do a harvest here. I'll shut off the LEDs and try to give you a look at what they look like under natural light. Not a great deal of light in here, but I hope that still shows up nicely. I guess it does. The damaged leaf that I'm talking about is here. I don't know if that particularly shows. Still alive, but it was damaged by the lights being too close to it. But the amount that this arugula plant, that was a tiny little thing a week ago, and the same with the lettuce plants. And I'm not sure of the variety. There's one called Little Gem or something I had seeds for. That might have been what I used. If that's what it is, it's a very loose head. I don't know, something like a butter crunch or something like that. But anyway, it doesn't seem to be hitting up, but it's got some lovely growth. The parsley is still the slowest. Parsley is always a slow getting started plant, but nevertheless, the leaves that were there, and there's more new leaves coming, but the leaves that were there are much larger than they were. So I'm really thinking that these lights are a benefit to me. Thinking that so much that yesterday I ordered one for the lower level here. But let's show you what I'm planning to do here as a bit of an experiment.
Well, for comparison purposes, this is a still that I just took from that video that I made a week ago. That's what those 6 little plants looked like just, well, maybe 8 days ago, something like that. The growth has been incredible. Also, I guess you can give some of that credit to the nutrients, but I really think that the LED lights are proving out to be quite well worth the purchase price.
Well, if you watch Southpaw Davy's channel, we've followed each other for many years now. Davy has an excellent channel for gardening and his other hobbies, wood carving, etc. If you haven't subscribed or watched his channel, I certainly suggest you go have a look. It's Southpaw Davy on YouTube. He suggested that I grow a couple of seedlings and put one under the ordinary fluorescent lighting and one under the LED lighting, and I think that's an excellent idea. So I haven't gone with anything terribly fancy here. That's 2 radish. I put a couple of radish seeds in each of these pots. They both germinated in each pot, and I just selected one plant and cut the other one off. I'm going to leave one up here in the LED lighting and put the other one down in the lower tier for at least a week to 10 days or so in the ordinary fluorescent lighting. And well, I don't even, when the new LED light bar comes, I don't have to install it immediately anyway. I don't have any great use for it. It's too early here. Most of my seedlings for the garden don't get started until April because I can't plant them out until almost June, and they get too long and leggy, so lots of time to get the lower tier going. So I'll let that go, and we'll see how the 2 radish plants do. Now next to it, guess maybe I can get some there. Okay, the chilies that I showed you, the chili d'arbol, the little seeds sprouted, and I potted 2 in each of those 4 pots there, and they're sort of sitting on the edges of the heat mat that I'm keeping under the hydroponic system to keep the liquids at a warmer temperature. They've been in 2 or 3 days and nothing has come up yet, but I put 2 sprouted seeds in each one, so hopes are that something will happen there shortly. Well, this has been a very short little update on what's happening in my LED garden here. I'll get this uploaded, and thank you very much for watching.